Hello everybody and welcome to another 747 video, as you can see. Well, I already told you guys I'm planning to do some versions, and after the release of the 747-100, well, the model was modified into the SCA 747, which stands for Shuttle Carrier Aircraft, and now I think you can already understand why it's this name, because as you can see, I mean, if you don't see it, I don't know, go check your eyes. On top we have a NASA Space Shuttle here, the Discovery. These, actually in real life there were two 747s built to carry the Space Shuttle, to transfer them from any landing point to back to Florida, to the Kennedy Space Center for launch. And they were also transported by using these aircraft for their final museum destinations after they were retired. Um, Both of these 747s were former commercial airplanes. I know one of them was operated by American Airlines. The other one I don't really know. I think it was a Japanese airline, but doesn't really matter anyway. Um, Yeah, and one of the 747s still had the American Airlines paint job for a few years, so it almost looked like a commercial aircraft carrying the space shuttle. But anyway, so we have this one. This is N905 NA with the Discovery space shuttle mounted, and to give it some variety, I decided to also add the second registration number, which is 911, as you can see here, and I also changed the space shuttle to the Endeavour. So we have this 911 with Endeavour and 905 with Discovery. Other space shuttles still alive, so to say, would be Atlantis and the Enterprise. Although the Enterprise never really flew, it was just more or less a demonstrator. I mean, it did fly, but not into space. And the Columbia and Challenger were both lost during accidents, so yeah, you wouldn't really see them mounted on these anymore. But anyway, let's just start the engines here and let's go. About the mod itself, there's not much to say if you saw the last video, because like I said, this is basically the same model. It just has this space shuttle mounted on top. Feature-wise, nothing has changed at all. Model-wise, well, the space shuttle has been added. As you can see here, the rear wings have additional parts mounted. The engines have been changed. These are now JT9D engines with different fans inside of them. Maybe I can put this next to a 747. Oh wait, there's a 747 right there. So let's just do some high-speed taxiing, so we can compare the engines. I mean, it's not really a major design change, but it's the little things, right? Only got 2 windows on top here. The 747-100 mod, it had 3 windows. Okay, I don't know if it's really visible right now, but the engines, they are different. Okay, it's probably not really visible here. You can check it out for yourself if you want. And probably many of you guys now think, yeah, a space shuttle on top of a 747, that's cool and all, but what about having an actual space shuttle? You know, like a mod to fly it. and I can just say yes, it will be made. But this is just compared, kinda low poly, not really detailed model, which fits nicely on the 747, but it wouldn't hold its own as a standalone mod. Some of you who have been around for longer here may know that I have converted a Space Shuttle for GTA San Andreas, and I'll be using that model as a base for the Space Shuttle mod here as well. But I am planning to really improve the interior, especially the cargo area, so you can actually walk around in it if that's possible. And yeah, the thing is, I would really like to have a script there to be able to have it launch vertically with the rocket boosters. I also have a model of that one. As a matter of fact, there some of you guys may be familiar with GTA X scripting. I have done some work with him together back for GTA 4, and we did work on the Space Shuttle with rocket boosters. We already had a takeoff sequence with the Space Shuttle attached to the rocket boosters, and the boosters actually working with flames and smoke and stuff coming out of there. I believe there never was any footage shown of it. Yeah, it was just very early phase, and I mean, it just wasn't that great because GTA 4 didn't even have flyable planes, so the physics were kind of off. And yeah, I would like to do this here as well, you know, make the Space Shuttle one vehicle which can be flown, and the rocket boosters a separate vehicle, and then attach them to each other, put them vertically using a script, and then take off. I don't know how it would work with the altitude limit, however. It would be great if you could just teleport somewhere without the map, just dark, to imitate space and create kind of a space station, something like that. And I thought maybe using this complex here as kind of a Space Shuttle launch base, where you see the big airport here. I would like to place the launch complex where the Space Shuttle would stand in upright position. I believe this kind of fits such a complex. I don't know where else I would place it without looking weird, because I'm not really fond of placing it at sandy shores or something like that. Nah, I believe that wouldn't look that good. Maybe put a landing strip there in the ocean, so you could also fly with this 747. You know, do some playing around, landing the Space Shuttle at LSIA, and then flying with the Space Shuttle carrier and the shuttle on top from LSIA to the launch station, something like that. Yeah, these are some big plans, so to say. I don't know if they ever will be realized, but it's always good to have something. Speaking of big plans, what else do we got? We still got the USS Nathan James. It's still in development, still working on the lights. There were some performance issues which are being ironed out as we speak. Some more work on the bridge. For example, the captain's and XO's chairs have been added. Some minor details on the ceiling, warning labels. Some textures have been changed. Hull now includes normal maps for additional shading, blah blah. So yeah, I see people keep commenting about the ship. It's not dead. I'm always working on it. It's just it's really a big project, and it needs tons of work and detail and so on. But it will be released eventually, so don't worry about that. And the other thing is, speaking of space shuttles, some of you will probably remember when I worked on the SA2 Samson and 1899 Scorpion gunship from Avatar. I also made a video showing the Valkyrie space shuttle seen in the Avatar movies. Don't worry, yes, it will be released as well. I gotta be honest here, I'm a bit lazy. Not really lazy, but I have lost a little interest in that one. I still need to finish the cockpit, and I will do it. I can't tell you when, but I will. But don't worry, it also will be released. Generally, everything I show on this channel will be released at some point. And this also goes for the Nathan James. If sometime I believe it will never be finished, I will upload it as unfinished beta version or something. I'm not gonna hold it back. So just putting this out there. So yeah, I mean, now I've just shown this mod, flying a little bit, talking about the space shuttle, because like I said, the features are the same as the standard 747 shown last time. This will be released today because, as you can see, it's pretty much finished, as it was also based on an existing mod. I just need to do the collision mesh for the space shuttle here. Right now you could walk, fly, drive, whatever. You could. It's not solid yet. And then I will probably also modify the 747-100 into the Boeing VC-25A, also known as Air Force One, which is actually based on the 747-200, but the airframe, the general airframe is more or less the same. So well, maybe I will also replace the airframe, but I have the general layout here, so I don't really need to adjust any flaps or spoilers, ailerons, gear and stuff. I can just copy them. This makes the work a whole lot easier. And so Air Force One will probably be the next mod after this one. So yeah, keep an eye out for this mod, keep an eye out for the next video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kinda unusual mod and my future plans. See you around next time.